Hello, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. My name is Rory. Today, as always, I played in the intro what we're going to be making. An animated line that you can make go around anything you wish. In this case, we have a car. I'm going to bring that down to the timeline. We're in the edit page. I'm going to make that about 10 seconds. We're going to hop over into the Fusion page. And here we have our media in and media out node. I'm going to switch this to one viewer. First thing we need is a planar tracker. So we're going to highlight our media in. We're going to hit Shift Spacebar. And we're going to search planar and planar tracker. We're going to click on Add. And now we have our planar tracker. So with that selected, we're going to come up here to our Inspector tab. We're going to click on Set to track our set point. So with that clicked, what we're going to do is we're going to mask out this grill. And this is just for tracking purposes, so we don't need to be real accurate. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit. Control mouse wheel to zoom. Hold the mouse wheel down to move it around. So we're just going to simply click around this grill and mask this out. And you don't have to be real accurate for this purpose. This is just for tracking. So I'm going to pause this quick and I'll finish this up and I'll be right back. Okay, we finished masking that, and like I said, you don't have to be real accurate with it, and trust me, I wasn't. So now what we want to do after we have our mask around there completed, we want to come over here to tracking, make sure that your playhead is at the very beginning, and we're going to come here, this icon, and click that, and it will track to the end. So we're going to let that track. And now that's finished tracking. You can see all the white lines. So what we're going to do now that we've tracked it, we're going to come back over to our inspector panel and we're going to click on Create Planar Transform. I'm going to bring this up again so we got more room. I'm going to scroll out on this. We're going to click Create Planar Transform. And that creates our planar transform node. Now we can go ahead and just delete the planar tracker node. So highlight that, hit backspace on your keyboard, and it's gone. We're going to connect this to our media 1 and it's going to create a merge node. I'm going to bring this down so we got a little more room. We're going to bring in a background node. And we're going to connect that to our planar transform as such. And I'm going to change that color from black to this blue. We're going to hit OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a B-spline. You want to go up here and bring in a B-spline node. And we're going to connect that to our planar tracker, or to our background, I'm sorry. You connect that, and now you can see the planar transform node has turned red. That means there's an error. So in order to fix that, we're going to click on our background node. We're going to come up here to Image and Process Mode. We're going to change that to NTSC Fields, and that'll take care of that. Now we need to mask this again with our B-line selected, and you want to be much more accurate with this to get a better animation. The first time we masked around there, it didn't have to be done that well, but this time it should be done better. I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to hit Control and use my scroll wheel to zoom in on this. And we want to mask this out again, but like I said, you want to do a little better job of masking. So I'm going to go ahead and mask this out, and I'm not going to do the greatest job for this tutorial. So I'm going to pause this video again and I'll be right back. Now I've finished that mask. We're on the studio version here, but I'm doing it by hand like this because I know a lot of people don't have the studio version. If you had the studio version, both of these masking could have been done with the magic mask. You would have had to add a few different nodes, but I bet if you watch this and you have the studio version, I bet you can figure it out all on your own. How to use the magic mask and do this same thing. So watch this through and see if you can't figure it out on your own if you have the studio version. I have the studio version here, but like I said, I'm doing it this way for those with the free version. Alright, enough said about that. So, what we got our mask done now. So with our B-spline highlighted, we're going to come over to our inspector panel where it says solid. We want to uncheck that. Then we want to come up here to our border width, and we're going to increase that to make your border. So I have 0.006, and for this purpose that looks pretty good. Now with our playhead to the beginning, make sure the playhead's to the beginning. I'm going to set a keyframe at both position and length, and position's already at 0, or it should be, and length I'm going to take down to 0. The position control, this one here, determines how many times around that thing will go. So once we finish this up, I'll show you where you can change a few things. So now move your playhead to where you want your animation to stop, and I'm just going to take it to the end, or almost the end anyway. And now I'm going to change my length to 1, and I'm going to change the position to 3, like so. Now we have keyframes set for there. So now I'm going to add a glow node. So we're going to select our background node, and we're going to hit Shift Spacebar, and we're going to bring in a soft glow node. You just type soft and that'll bring up your soft glow node. We're going to add that. We're going to increase the threshold a little bit, and we're going to bring down the gain just a little bit. Now I'm going to bring in a fast noise node. We can just do that right here. This icon is your fast noise node. See that real fast. We're going to disconnect our B-spline by clicking here. We're going to connect it to the fast noise node, like so. And we're going to connect that to our background. So now with our fast noise selected, I'm going to insert one more soft glow here. We're running out of room. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to bring this stuff, oops, bring this stuff down so we got some more room. So after our fast noise node, I'm going to bring in one more soft glow. So highlight fast noise, shift spacebar, soft glow, add that. So we're going to highlight the fast noise, and I'm going to adjust the detail, the contrast. Bring this down so you can see again. The detail, the contrast. You can just play around with these settings, and whatever you like, you go with it. This isn't important. You just go for the look you want. You can always change these again later. So now I'm going to go back to this soft glow, and I'm going to reduce the gain just a little bit. And that's it. We're done. So we're going to go over to our edit page. I'm going to bring our playhead to the beginning, and we're going to play through this. And there we have our line. Now, like I said, you can go back in there and make some settings, changes for your animation. I'm sure you can figure it out. But that's what we have. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next video. If you learned anything, please like and subscribe. Take care.